What's up, YouTube? It's Brett from Team Wildcard with a discussion video for the Pokemon TCG. My cameraman is Patrick, who's hiding, so he won't be in the video. But yeah, basically I want to have a discussion about the new format, or certain decks in this new format, specifically Darkrai Yveltal, and some other stuff. So, let's get on board. First of all, a popular build going around with the Darkrai Yveltal is Darkrai Yveltal and Bouffalant, using double colorless not only to do more damage with Yveltal EX, but as well as using Yveltal's second attack to share that with Bouffalant, powering it up even more quickly, which is a great idea. But does that sound kind of familiar to another deck from 2 years ago? Oh yeah, there's Darkrai Mewtwo Bouffalant, which does the exact same thing, minus Mewtwo maybe is not as good or as consistent, but it's like the exact same deck. A deck that got overpowered it got overpowered at some point, but now we have this one card, Yveltal, which has a little bit more consistency with darkness types and synergy, and all of a sudden this deck is a great idea again. Was Darkrai Mewtwo? Did Darkrai Mewtwo really just was it that bad? It couldn't be, because we're playing it again just with a little bit better version of Mewtwo, being Yveltal EX. So it's just kind of weird how trends repeat themselves. The deck that, like I said, 2 years ago won the World Championships, and then we ended up completely replacing it. How it's back in style just because of one new card, which is simply a powered up version of another. It's insane. And what's that other one that we talked about that's like a repeat?
Delphox.
Delphox, yes. The new Delphox with its, whatever its ability is called, lets you draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. That's exactly like Magnezone Prime from the Heart Gold Soul Silver format. So you have essentially, and you remember that like 3 years ago, the one that won the World Championships was a Magnabor deck, piloted by David Cohen, I believe. And what I have, Magnezone, Reshiram, and Emboar. So it's doing the same thing, except without Magnezone, you have Delphox. Instead of Reshiram, you have Rayquaza, and Emboar still there. So it's the same deck, just with a powered up version of one card, essentially. I mean, I'm not saying Rayquaza EX is anything like Reshiram from Black and White, but I mean, it's essentially still an attacker. It's just a little different. And before Delphox came out, most Raybor decks ran one copy of, or at least one copy of Reshiram in there as a secondary non-EX attacker. So, this is not weird to you? Like, the format's repeating itself from years ago, all because we got some new cards. I just think it's really interesting that the format is essentially what it used to be, especially with the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, where Pokemon Reversal relied on a coin flip, and now Catcher's on a coin flip again. We're essentially repeating ourselves.
Mom's on a coin flip.
Don't talk about my mom. But yeah, we're just relying on coin flips for Catcher, just like we did back then. We have a Darkrai Mewtwo Bouffalant deck just like we did years ago, just with a better Mewtwo for Darkness Pokemon. We're running Reshiram with Magnezone, or Magnabor, however you look at it, just with Rayquaza and Delphox instead of Reshiram and Magnezone. And those are two heavily played decks at the moment. Those are two of the most hyped decks of the format. So, I'm interested to see how the rest of it plays out, what other cards they're going to print, and see if there are any other older decks that just magically reappear in some other variant. But yeah, that's it. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And thank you for watching.
Dirt.